Here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry about that. For whatever reason, my Turtle Beach headphones just died. And if I sound like I'm in a wind tunnel, that's because I have my fan blowing next to me. But anyway, if you guys have not figured out what this episode is about, basically, prepare yourself. Okay.
As our WWE superstars are.
Okay, we're in Stuttgart, Germany for this episode of Thursday Night Breakdown. And kicking things off, we have Miley Stanley Ward, Miles' sister, taking on the Queen, Charlotte Flair, who I wonder will be in WWE for how much longer. Will she go to AEW? Because here's the problem that AEW is doing. They're grabbing up all this former talent that WWE has already homegrown, like Andrade. Who knew who Andrade was before WWE made him? You know, no one. And I think WWE made a mistake in releasing my boy Aleister Black, but who is now going by Tom Crowley. So. And there's talk of the NWA signing Braun Strowman, so that'll be interesting. Speaking of the National Wrestling Alliance, they made Mickie James an executive producer, so they're going to be doing a all-women's pay-per-view, which has already been done by WWE. And I think Vince made a mistake in not buying the NWA before Billy Corgan bought it, but hey, Billy Corgan's doing a good job. And Billy Corgan, if you're watching, and the National Wrestling Alliance, give me a job. I wouldn't mind announcing for you guys.
That's going to be an integral part of her winning this match. Absolutely, Byron. The Queen wasn't just born into this business, she was born into greatness. And she'll no doubt show that tonight.
And right now, Miley Stanley Ward having her way with the Queen.
If there's one thing people underestimate about Charlotte, it's her power game. And again, yet another counter.
And what a way to kick off Thursday night or Thursday morning breakdown. Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday, the next episode of the John Breakdown podcast on the Anchorage app will be debuting. I'll be talking about Have a Nice Day, the autobiography of Mick Foley, one of the books that he has written. I just got done reading it. Great book.
From out of nowhere, RKO! Is it enough? The cover!
Oh, and Miley Stanley Ward almost winning the Raw Women's Championship.
What we're about to see. Good night. Night. That should do it, Cole. There's no coming back from a slam of that magnitude.
And Miley Stanley Ward winning her first women's championship here on the John Breakdown
this is where we can see where Charlotte
channel.
Fell short of her legacy.
Oh, I apologize. She won the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I think so too. What a way to kick off tonight. Don't go anywhere.
As this Raw SmackDown Super Show continues here in Stuttgart, Germany. Miley winning her first SmackDown Women's Championship. And coming up next, we got the Raw Tag Team Championships as the Viking Raiders look to capture their second Raw Tag Team Championships as the Brothers Ward, Miles Standish and Miles Stanley, look to capture Tag Team Gold for the first time as a unit.
Okay, let's get this match going.
And so here we go. First time ever these two teams meeting each other. And right now, the Ward brothers. Well, I was going to say that they were all. Oh, Miles just tagged himself in.
Great agility there.
Miles, a 7-time Universal Champion, 2-time United States Champion, 2-time Intercontinental Champion, 1-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, what a counter.
1-time WWE Champion. Miles has won almost every single title here in WWE except for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Oh, sorry, he also won the NXT Heavyweight Championships, but he's never won the North American Championship and the European title. And so now Eric on the outside. And this is the most that I have talked in quite a while on a live stream. Thank God for modern medicine.
Oh, look at that scoop slam.
And so now, Irish whip now. Miles ducks under.
Step quicker.
Miles looking for a power bomb. That's 1. That's 2.
Wow.
And Miles just dominating Eric like I've never seen someone dominate Eric before.
This is unreal strength. Comes in off the tag.
And now Miles tagging in his brother, Miles Standish. We haven't seen much of Miles Standish. He's been working in NXT. Well, he's been down in NXT.
Tagged in.
This is his Raw debut. And oh my good God, that's 400 pounds.
Power slam. Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point.
And the Viking Raiders have now taken control of this matchup.
He got out of the way.
Oh, and a super kick.
Oh, look at the power. Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point. That's either sheer genius or complete stupidity, Cole. This is going to be big.
And Miles just got knocked off the apron by Ivar.
There's one.
And not to be outdone by his brother. Look at the raw strength of Miles Standish.
This third one makes it.
And the brothers Ward saying, hey, you know, we're no slouches. And Miles Standish sending Ivar into the turnbuckle there.
Oh, man. Wasn't expecting that. Wow, what a
And
sequence.
move for move, hold for hold here.
Double underhook, butterfly fly.
And this is vintage Wards.
But not done yet. Still going.
Miles and his sister and Miles Stanley, they all are suplex masters.
Corner now. It's not going to be easy though, Michael. He's getting closer. Corner.
And both teams make a tag as Miles comes in. Superman punch to Eric.
Can he score the pin? And the fight must go on. Nah, not yet. Too early.
And Eric kicking out at 1.
He's one step ahead there. Great technical know-how on this.
And now, again, like I said, though the Ward family, they are masters of the butterfly suplexes.
Absolutely incredible.
And just like his sister earlier with that cutter, the MSW. And now this inverted power slam. Shades of Goldberg.
He is in complete control. Did you not? What a tag.
And the Brothers Ward have captured the Raw Tag Team titles. So now with Miley reigning supreme on the SmackDown Women's Division.
A real difficult loss for that young man.
Uh-oh, what's going on here with the Viking Raiders? Uh-oh, there looks like there's some decision here. Oh, God. Don't tell me this is the end of the Viking Raiders. No, Ivar, don't leave Eric. Oh, and Ivar's leaving the ring. Ivar's leaving Eric in the ring. Oh, God, is this the end of the Viking Raiders? And now, coming up next, we have a age-old matchup featuring myself versus Miles Stanley Ward. Like I said, the Ward family, they have set out to make a statement. Miles went to General Manager Adam Pearce and asked for this match, demanding this match. So it'll now be Miles Stanley Ward going up against the longest reigning United States champion in the history of wwe2k20 here, myself.
40+ years of history for the United States Championship, and a new chapter is written tonight.
And Miles not letting up here. Miles. These two men, myself and Miles, know each other oh so well. And now the ref's going to have to break this up here. Collar elbow tie up here. And clean break.
Oh boy.
And now Miles looking for that power bomb.
Not done yet. Hold on. Not again. A third time.
And punch by breakdown. European uppercut by breakdown.
He's not looking so hot here, guys.
And the reigning defending United States champion John Breakdown looking to try and hold on to his title. Uh-oh. Superplex. Both men are down.
The champion into the cover. Plenty of fight left.
And Miles kicks out with relative ease.
Boom, what a
punch by breakdown. Counter by Miles.
Paying for that mistake. Boom,
punch by Miles. Punch by breakdown.
Can he make him pay?
Irish whip. Miles into the corner. And that's vintage breakdown, running bulldog.
Headed to the outside now.
Miles now taking a breather. And Miles luring John Breakdown to the outside.
Ooh, dropped right on their
into an inverted face buster there.
If he can hold the line here, he'll be in a good position.
And Irish whip by breakdown. Clothesline by Miles. These two men going blow for blow, move for move. And this could have been easily the main event of tonight's show, but this is not the main event.
Bam. Boom, what a punch. Big punch finds its mark.
And Miles accidentally knocked down the referee.
Ooh, what impact.
Irish whip now.
Gets him with a counter.
And MSW.
Looking for the victory.
Oh, and Miles was so close to becoming the new United States champion. Punch by John. European uppercut by John.
European uppercut.
And John went for that spear.
This could be big.
Miles countered.
Power slam. Gonna see a new champ. Absolutely punishing.
Oh, and John kicked out. And Miles cannot believe it. John being the first one to kick out of that vintage power slam.
Boom, what a punch. Attack to the midsection. Boom.
And John and Miles going blow for blow.
Down to the floor.
And now Miles, not afraid to put his body on the line. 450 splash there.
Worst case scenario. I'm not sure how he's even standing. Back in from the floor.
And Miles with a splash on the apron. And this crowd here in Stuttgart, Germany, loving it here. And John trying to shake the cobwebs.
Oh boy. Set number powerbomb. Not done yet.
And Miles sending a message to the rest of the locker room saying, "Cross me, this is your fate." This is the most dominant I've ever seen Miles Stanley Ward.
Once more, setting it up. Running power slam.
And another power slam, but Miles is not done.
Paradigm has shifted. 2 home runs and all the way for the top. 450. Nailed it.
And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and Miles Stanley Ward has captured the United States Championship. It's looking more and more like Miles and the rest of the Ward family is forming their own imperium. The Ward family has single-handedly taken over Raw here. Miles is running the gauntlet. Not only has he captured the Raw Tag Team titles moments ago, but now he has captured the United States Championship as well.
And now we are looking at a new champion. Unbelievable. Believe it or not, that's just the beginning, folks. Stay tuned for more.
And so now coming up next, we have the WWE Championship, which is on SmackDown, being defended as The Rock has come back to Stuttgart, Germany now. And The Rock and Edge squaring off. AJ and Kofi squaring off. I don't think we've ever seen Edge versus The Rock one-on-one. To be honest with you, in a championship match. And the Rated R Superstar going after the Great One. Meanwhile, Kofi and AJ inside the ring. And AJ went for a cover there. Edge now back in the ring. And The Rock now going after Kofi Kingston.
When AJ starts this stuff, I kind of lose interest.
And AJ going for that razor edge-like finisher.
Turns it around. For the win to retain the championship. Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point. There's a reason AJ is one of the greatest performers.
And now The Rock going after Kofi.
Face first, slapjack.
And now Kofi returning the favor to The Rock.
Back suplex.
Big boot by Edge to AJ. Like, I kind of wish Kofi would get another shot at the WWE Championship.
Incredible technical prowess from The Rock. And Edge is begging him to bring it here.
And The Rock now staying in the middle of his ring. Kofi on the outside. And The Rock going right after Kofi Kingston again. Short arm DDT there on the outside. Meanwhile, Edge and AJ on the outside. Edge with a neck crank.
In a matchup like this, you have to move quickly and know when to seize the opportunity.
And now it's the Rock and Kofi in the middle of the ring.
So small in this environment. Being at the right place at the right time to pick up the scraps is the way to go.
And spine on the pine, spine buster by the Brahma Bull. And The Rock looking for the rock bottom. Rock bottom.
Looks like the champion into the cover. Oh, a shin breaker. Gonna be hard to walk.
And The Rock retains as Edge and AJ were on the outside. That was kind of a lackluster match there. I'll have to do better booking. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, for that lackluster match. But The Rock was dominant. And The Rock retaining.
Kicking off the night with an impressive victory. I don't know if there's anybody in the back that can actually unseat this dominant champion. What a way to kick off tonight. Don't go anywhere, folks.
And so, Stuttgart, Germany got to see The Rock. And coming up next, we have a singles action match between Tyler Breeze, the Prince of Pretty, versus Montez Ford. Which, by the way, Montez Ford reminds me of a very young Shelton Benjamin, and I could see Montez Ford, if they ever decide to break up the Street Profits, I could see Montez Ford getting a singles push as a Intercontinental Champion. And what is Ivar doing back down here? We saw Ivar earlier tonight in that tag team title match between him and the Ward brothers, and we saw Ivar leave Eric in the middle of the ring. Why is he down here? Apparently he's going to sit and watch the match, apparently. Okay. And so Tyler Breeze now going for a suplex here on one half of the Street Profits.
This match stole the show here tonight.
And Tyler Breeze, one half of the Fashion Police with Fandango, who are in NXT. Which I kind of wanted to see the Fashion Police win the Raw or SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And beautiful maneuver there by Tyler Breeze. And so now here we go. Tyler Breeze unloading there on Montez Ford. Tyler Breeze, a former NXT champion. And not many people know this, but Big E also won the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Which they kind of fucked over Big E when they released Aleister Black, because there was a potential feud there. I don't know who made that call, whether that was John Laurinaitis, because they did hire John Laurinaitis back as head of talent relations. Which, I don't know what the fuck Vince was thinking, but hey. And look at Montez Ford. Montez Ford just showing that raw athletic ability. Also in the wrestling world, ladies and gentlemen, after making his AEW debut at Double or Nothing, Lio Rush unexpectedly retired. And there's also rumors that the Authors of Pain may be back in WWE sooner than later.
From behind.
And beautiful neck breaker there by the Prince of Pretty. And Tyler Breeze and Montez Ford. These two young stars giving it everything they have. And beautiful Hurricane Rana. And Tyler Breeze.
And that win you feel is Tyler Breeze playing some mind games.
Taunting Montez Ford there. And again, like I said, I think Montez Ford has a bright future. Killer Boys, glad to have you on. Thanks for watching. Big shout out to all of my fans around the world. You guys are awesome.
And look at the quickness by Montez Ford.
And collar elbow tie up here. Montez Ford and Tyler Breeze. Punch by Breeze. Punch by Ford. Counter by Breeze. Forearm by Breeze. And Tyler Breeze winning the battle of the counters there. Suplex there by Breeze. And so now here we go. And now Tyler Breeze looking for a underhanded tactic there by the Prince of Pretty, the former NXT champion.
He's getting beaten up out there, but staying strong.
Ooh, okay, you want me to do the Usos versus the Shield. Well, unfortunately, Dean Ambrose isn't on here, but I can do Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus the Usos. John Moxley, formerly known as, and Tyler Breeze, Shades of Christian.
Does Montez Ford even know where he is?
Oh, and Ford kicked out.
Incredible.
Somehow Montez Ford had the wherewithal to kick out. That was an amazing counter.
Nicely done. Snap suplex. So quick.
Ooh, slap by Ford. The disrespect by Montez Ford. Montez Ford showing that ruthless aggression. And Tyler Breeze kicking out at the last second.
We are seeing a lot of guts, a lot of determination.
And overhang neckbreaker there by Montez Ford. Montez Ford now taking control of this matchup. This matchup has gone back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Went for that standing drop kick. Breeze moved out of the way. And now Breeze. Suplex. And now Tyler Breeze going up to no man's land. Oh, and Tyler Breeze missed. Both these young superstars giving it everything they have here.
And Breeze says, not this time. Oh, man, inverted backbreaker. Ow.
And now Tyler Breeze
bringing it back between the ropes.
Hoping to get a count-out victory here. But no, going back to what I was saying, John Moxley of AEW was quoted as saying WWE NXT has the power to create a new Shield, which they could, which is what I think they're trying to do with the Uso and Reigns faction. If they really wanted to create a new Shield, they would have done Roman Reigns and the Authors of Pain, because the Authors of Pain are also of Samoan descent. But that didn't happen.
Superplex.
And supposedly for this year's SummerSlam, which will actually have live fans in attendance, is supposed to be this year's WrestleMania for WWE, according to multiple reports, with the main event supposedly being John Cena versus Roman Reigns for the umpteenth fucking time. And now Tyler Breeze looking for the kill switch one more time. And Tyler Breeze going for the pinfall. And Tyler Breeze wins an extraordinary matchup here against Montez Ford. Don't expect that this will be the last time we see these two men face off. Maybe one of these men will be... Oh my God! And Ivar. Ivar just destroying the Prince of Pretty. Why Ivar? Ivar's turned heel. Ivar's turned heel. Oh God. And Tyler Breeze saying, Oh, and another, oh, good God.
The situation was going to explode sooner rather than later.
And Tyler Breeze slipping through the back door.
By Tyler Breeze.
And, oh my good God. Ivar, this super heavyweight, eats a jawbreaker.
Breeze creating his opportunity.
Oh God.
Breeze is always thinking.
Tyler Breeze was trying to back away. And this massive super heavyweight known as Ivar may be sending a message to Miles.
Elbow finds its mark. Ouch.
Good God.
And Breeze says,
and Breeze tried to do a crossbody only to get power slammed by the big super heavyweight. Holy shit.
This could be huge.
And Ivar sending a message to the rest of the locker room. Not to fuck with me. I am on my own. I don't need nobody. Holy shit. Ivar may have put the Prince of Pretty Tyler Breeze on the shelf. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Raw Women's Championship featuring Naomi versus Sasha Banks. Can Naomi return to her winning ways and bring the glow back? Or will Sasha Banks retain?
Posted on social media today. Nothing makes me happier.
And beautiful drop kick there by Naomi.
Words for her opponent.
And look at Naomi with those kicks. And Naomi, like her husband Jay,
the level of resilience we're seeing is off the charts.
Oh, Irish whip by Sasha Banks. And Banks taunting Naomi.
What are we going to see here? Hung up on the second rope. Neck breaker.
Killer Boys, I'm going to save the Usos versus the Shield for my next WWE video, because I already have a planned lineup, and I'm not going to deviate from my planned lineup. But I will do that match tonight. Ooh, Bubba Bomb by Naomi.
The glow. Saxton, you might be right about Naomi's athleticism, but the glow.
But I am glad to know that you are a wrestling fan, Killer Boys, so thank you for watching. Side Russian leg sweep there by Naomi. And, you know, I think that Sasha Banks does not get the props that she deserves. Plus, where is Sasha Banks? She has not been seen since losing to Bianca Belair. Maybe she's taking some time off. Plus, there's rumors of Sasha Banks being on the new cover of wwe2k20. I really hope WWE keeps Sasha Banks under contract, because Lord knows if she goes to AEW, then shit.
She's looking a bit out of it here.
But like I was saying in the beginning, I think that's AEW's problem. They're not making their own stars. They're basically, like, they had the opportunity to really push Jungle Boy and Darby Allin, and they haven't really done that. Like, they keep pushing Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega is already known, you know. However, WWE is attempting to make their own stars, like Mansoor, Humberto Carrillo, you know, Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne.
Yeah, but too soon to be worried.
Like, I really want to see Killer Croc versus John Cena, or Killer Croc versus not Killer Croc, Karrion Kross. I keep calling him by his indie name. I want to see Karrion Kross versus John Cena, or Karrion Kross versus Brock Lesnar.
It'll destroy your face.
And so now Naomi just dominating Sasha Banks here. And Naomi looking for it. Oh, good God.
Uh-oh, feel the glow. There it is. It is. It's locked in. This is not where the boss wanted to be. Yeah, no bank statement here. Reverse time here on Sasha.
And Naomi trying to make Sasha tap out here. And Sasha fighting out of it with those knee strikes.
Breaking free, but you have to imagine there will be residual effects from being caught in that hole.
And Naomi not letting up here.
Vicious. I'd say Naomi just turned the tempo way up. She's taken command of the situation.
And Naomi.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid to think what's going to happen next.
Hurricane Rana. And now Naomi wasting valuable time there. And Sasha Banks somehow finds her second wind.
Sasha Banks avoids major damage there. She got lucky.
And vintage Sasha Banks cross arm breaker. And Sasha Banks retains. After a game fight from Naomi.
Another look at when the glow got extinguished tonight.
Sasha Banks retains the Raw Women's Championship here in Stuttgart, Germany. And so the boss retains.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but you have to wonder how much longer will Sasha Banks have that Raw Women's Championship, especially now that Miley has won the SmackDown Women's Championship. It's only a matter of time before that title is in the hands of the Ward family. And coming up next, we have a Legends Tag Team title match featuring D-Generation X taking on Money Incorporated. And so this will be the first time that D-Generation X facing Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase. My God. Oh, God. X-Pac taking on Andre. Oh, and X-Pac trying to chop the big giant down. Oh, good God. That was a mistake. And X-Pac trying to chop Andre down with the chops and punches, but to no avail. And Andre still on his feet. DDT and X-Pac going for the pin. But Andre kicking out early there. The WWE Hall of Famer here. This is actually a battle of Hall of Famers. And another DDT by X-Pac. And X-Pac's again going for the pin. And X-Pac tagging in the game. The Cerebral Assassin, the 14-time world champion, and he got caught by Andre.
Triple H doing a great job of turning that around.
And Triple H taking the same approach. Again, there's not much you can do against the Eighth Wonder of the... Oh, God.
If he doesn't get out of that corner, he's going to be hurting even worse.
And X-Pac, side Russian leg sweep.
Nicely done.
X-Pac going to have to use his speed here against Andre. And now X-Pac going up to no man's land.
Dangerous right here. Oh, an elbow drop. Oh, it's a
And Ted DiBiase tried to kick X-Pac off.
Overhand right lands.
And D-Generation X has dominated this matchup so far. Swinging neck breaker there by X-Pac.
Swinging neck breaker. And what a job by Andre the Giant to take advantage. He makes it
and now Triple H tags himself in.
Man, Triple H, what offense.
And Triple H now with a backbreaker to Andre, working on the head of the Giant. Triple H missing with a punch. Triple H continuing to punch Andre.
Gets the tag.
Oh, and here comes the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, who at this Sunday at TakeOver between LA Knight and Cameron Grimes, the $1 Million Championship will be on the line. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can watch the WWE on Peacock. Oh, and Ted DiBiase tried to attack X-Pac, only to get drop kicked. Harley Race-like knee by Triple H to Ted DiBiase.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
And the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin, taunting Ted DiBiase.
Triple H is so dangerous is that he's so smart.
And now Triple H waiting for Ted DiBiase to shake the cobwebs and to get back in the ring. Posing here for all these fans in Stuttgart, Germany.
Ted DiBiase with a great shot.
And the $1 Million Man now taking advantage of the distraction.
Plenty of fight left. He just powered out there, Cole.
And reversal by Triple H.
Bang!
And another Harley Race like knee. Inside cradle there by DiBiase.
Very curious move to go for
kick out there by Triple H.
To do more damage. Right to the gut. Triple H doing a great job of turning that around.
And spinebuster there by the game.
No quarter being given by either.
And I'm surprised that wasn't a rope break, especially since DiBiase's foot was on the rope.
Kick right to the midsection.
Gotta find a way to get out of this.
Perhaps took a little too long there.
Indecisiveness can often come back to haunt you, Michael, as
Triple H
to end this match.
Pedigree. Can he shut the door on this one? Now Triple H needs to capitalize on this opportunity.
Oh, and DiBiase kicked out of the pedigree. I am shocked.
In the black. Toss to the outside.
Oh, Triple H is brave going out there with Andre the Giant.
Straight punch, nothing fancy.
And Triple H knocking Andre off the apron there.
Back in from the floor.
And DX has taken control of this matchup here against Money Incorporated. For the first time ever, these two teams meeting.
Triple H doing a great job of turning that around.
Irish whip there by DiBiase.
And Triple H showing such creativity.
And Triple H side Russian leg sweep now.
Looking to make the tag here.
A tag at this point can change the...
Oh God, here comes Andre, here comes X-Pac. It's David versus Goliath.
You're right, Michael.
And there's the tag. Swinging neck breaker connects.
And now X-Pac gonna try and use his speed now.
High flyer. Oh, look out. Big body splash.
Going for the pin.
Looking unfavorable for Andre the Giant.
And X-Pac thought that was it. The Giant back up to his feet. Oh God.
Right about now, Andre needs all of that power that he used to crush.
Oh, and Andre big booting the referee.
Big. X-Pac. X-Factor. Can it be capitalized?
Oh, and X-Pac hitting the X-Factor.
Andre the Giant tonight.
Cover. There's two.
And DX winning the matchup.
And here's another quick look at those superstars in action in that tag team battle.
And Andre the Giant and Money Incorporated just got dominated, even though it was an uphill battle for DX. DX now potentially positioning themselves for a tag team title shot against the Ward family down the line. And X-Pac getting the biggest win of his career against fellow WWE Hall of Famer Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase.
They work together like they've been teaming up since birth.
And so now, ladies and gentlemen, the final match of this video. Miles Stanley Ward looking to win his second World Heavyweight Championship, but he'll have to take on the new Evolution's main man, Randy Orton.
Champion is ready to defend his ground. I don't think I see an ounce of doubt in the champion. He absolutely believes he's leaving tonight with his title, Byron. Well, it would be hard to argue with him, Michael. I could tell by the way he entered the arena tonight.
And backbreaker there by Miles.
The type of zone that only champions go to.
Bodies must be writhing in pain right now. The breaking point must be on the horizon.
But yet they continue forward.
That's vintage Randy Orton.
These superstars must be feeding off the WWE universe.
European uppercut there.
Oh, wow.
These two men, very similar offenses.
Here we go. Start the count.
Any more punches and Saxon's going to have to take his shoes off the count.
DDT.
And so Miles Stanley Ward all over Randy Orton now.
The champ getting put to the test here.
No need to panic. He's still swinging.
And Miles, you have to wonder if fatigue has set in.
Tornado DDT for the championship.
And Miles going for the cover now.
And over kicks out.
Miles has been in 3 matches so far. He was in the U.S. title match earlier and the tag team titles match earlier. Randy Orton, Irish whip.
Great counter.
Impressive in-ring IQ on display.
And short arm clothesline there by Ward.
The biggest game here in WWE, and that's why he's the legend killer. Does that
and MSW.
Favors today? Absolutely.
Rope break there. Randy Orton having the wherewithal to grab the bottom rope.
Proving yourself time to end this.
And Miles looking to Goldberg, Randy Orton.
Good night.
The champ's eyes look glazed over. I think that slam caught us all off guard.
And Miles Stanley Ward has done the unthinkable. He just Goldberged Randy Orton in dominating fashion.
Biggest win of that young man's career.
It's hard not to agree with you, Cole. It was an incredible victory.
Yeah,
and Randy Orton uncharacteristically going to shake Miles' hand.
And that's a great show of respect. Tremendous.
From one apex predator to the other.
Gotta love it.
And there is your new World Heavyweight Champion, Miles Stanley Ward. And ladies and gentlemen, I am John Breakdown. I will see you guys tonight as I will be back in, I believe, Alien Isolation. I'll be back in Alien Isolation tonight, so I'll see you guys same breakdown time, same breakdown place. Hope you've enjoyed this morning edition of the John Breakdown Show.